the Drew Estate Cigar Studio and the Gurkha Cigar Studio in the great state of New Hampshire, welcome to the Spare Notes series with your hosts, Matt Tobacco, William Cooper, and Smokin' Nicole.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the Spare Notes series. It is Saturday night once again, and I am joined by Nicole and our very good friend, Mr. William Cooper in Indian Trail, North Carolina. On the red stage. Nicole's on the red stage, too. I guess, technically, if we're going by the stage standards that Cigar Coop has set.
Right.
And I'm on the blue stage. I'm not trying to steal your thunder. I hope that's okay.
He is a little bit.
It's all good.
It's all done out of love and respect, you know. I mean, it's Coop, you know. I wouldn't steal from someone if I didn't like them. You know what I'm saying? Look at Coop's kind of on theme. He's got the red shirt on the red stage.
Yep, the maroon shirt actually, but yeah.
Oh,
So I have a red one. It actually clashes really bad with this actually.
Oh yeah. I remember the early days when we were some of our older setups. Before we had better lighting, and I remember like if I wore like anything black on the JC Newman, his black, you just lose me. I'm just like a face floating in the abyss. But we've since figured that out. But yeah, anyway, welcome. It's Saturday night. We're here. We're live on Nicole's Facebook page on Facebook because, and I have a few theories. I won't get into it, but somewhere, somehow, somebody got some sort of complaint lodged against me on Facebook, and I don't know what for, but now it's not letting me do live videos on my page, my personal page, or the Smoke and Tobacco page, for whatever reason. So I'll have to use Nicole's for now, just for a few weeks. But we're live everywhere else that we normally are, so we're here. We're, it's after Christmas, for those who celebrate. But, to our Jewish friends, we hope you had a great Hanukkah as well. But Merry Christmas to everybody. It's still close enough. I'll still throw it out there. And with New Year's coming up, so it's a fun time. It's a fun time of the year. Coop, how was your holidays this year?
Very good. It was a little different. My son Peter wasn't with us this year. He's working up in Columbus, so he had to work through Christmas. So it was a little different. For the first time, we didn't have the whole family together. But as they get older and they flee the nest, that was bound to happen. So
it happens, yeah.
It's gonna happen, yeah. So you prepare for it. Doesn't take away from anything. It's a little bit different though. And the other difference is normally we're home for Christmas. We went to our daughter and son-in-law's house this year. We switched Thanksgiving and Christmas around, so that's kind of why. So I wasn't home on Christmas Day, but I wasn't like traveling. Like the trip from Charlotte to Columbia is like an easy drive. There's never traffic or anything like that. So.
Oh, okay. It's
literally a straight drive. Is what it is. It's a straight highway. And it wears you out. So, because there's nothing between Charlotte and Columbia.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I just want to chime in super quick because I am reading all these comments. We have comments from Facebook, comments from YouTube. But I just wanted to say prayers to Vince, who's in the comment section. I don't want to give his medical information out too much, but I'm glad to hear that your procedure went okay.
Oh,
He's
absolutely.
taking a smoking hiatus right now, but I'm glad that you were able to join in.
Absolutely. Take that break, yeah.
Yeah, so. Don't worry. The cigars will be there on the other side. You gotta take care of yourself first, man.
Yeah, he's on YouTube, so if I respond, it's usually on Facebook, so he won't be able to see. But I just want to say, Vince, I'm happy that you're okay.
Yes, we're all happy that you're okay.
Yep.
We see a lot of these things from time to time. People, someone's always going through something.
Yeah.
And this community, being the way it is, we always try to rally for each other. So, get well soon, and once you're good to go. You just got to smoke extra to make up for the downtime. That's what me and Coop do. I mean, if you got to take a break, then when you get going again, you really lay into it for a while. It'll all even out.
You Michelob.
Listen, leave me alone. Leave me alone. I like my Michelob Ultras. I'm getting too old for heavy beers. I am. They just, you start drinking heavy beer all the time. You start putting on the pounds, you know. If it's good enough for Tommy Norris, it's good enough for me. For those who know. You just started it. You don't watch Landman, do you, Coop?
I do not.
As if Coop has time for TV on top of all the
I watch
Coop things.
I don't watch a lot of TV, is what I tell people. Yeah.
It's a good show. But anyway, sorry, I'm just kind of getting settled in here with these comments. We're going to talk a little bit about, we'll talk about the holidays. We're going to talk a little bit about something that, it's not new news for those of us in the industry per se, but I think I think it was kind of out of nowhere for a lot of consumers. But
We also got to talk about what we're smoking.
for those who may have seen an article or two about Altadis USA, we'll talk a little bit about that topic as well. But our friend Jay isn't here, but our friends at Blue Smoke of Dallas are always here. We're going to talk about what we're smoking tonight, brought to you by Blue Smoke of Dallas. And I'll let Nicole go first, and then Coop, I'll let you go, and then I'll round us out on the end.
I'm very excited only because I stole something with Matthews tonight.
Okay.
Which I'll talk about after.
I'm not really offended, but all right.
My cigar of the night, I decided to go Liga 10 with that closed foot Robusto.
That made my list last year. That made
Yeah?
my list.
I know, I remember.
I
that's
love
a
this
very
cigar.
Good cigar. Yeah, that's a very good cigar.
When I first smoked it, it was at one of the barn smokers a few years ago, and it was like amazing.
Yeah,
It was
I
amazing.
I think that Robusto is like what I call Belle of the Ball, meaning the best size. Yep. Made the list last year.
I agree. The size I think is better than the Toro.
Yep, I agree.
I think so too. I think the Robusto is better than the Toro size.
The Lancero is good too, but that's very hard to get. I had the Lancero, and it's actually very good too. Coming from me, saying that.
I will say between that and H99, I think the H99 I think edges out a little bit more for me. But nonetheless, I still like the Anniversario. In fact, I would probably put in my order of operations. See, I'm very partial to Liga number 9. It was, for most of us, the first Liga that we all smoked. I probably smoked more H99s after that, then the Anniversario, and then most of the Unico series, and then all the way at the bottom, and the guys that drew know this too, and it's nothing personal. It's just then all the way at the bottom, I'd probably put T52. I just don't love the T52. Just about every other Liga I like, but the T52, it just doesn't really do it for me. Oh, sorry, Coop. I thought you were going to chime in. Sorry.
Yeah, I love the T52. That was my first cigar of the year.
Really?
Yeah, T52, 2009.
Oh shit! I didn't even realize that. That's good trivia. So we might need that somewhere down the road.
Maybe we
It was
need
kind
a
of
Coop
unofficial because
trivia.
that list was done actually before the Coop site started. So that's the other trivia question you could use.
Yeah, we got to do a cigar Coop trivia one night. We'll do it on we'll do it on Spare Notes.
That would be great. Yeah, do it. I'm in. Maybe I'll get it right.
That would be or maybe we'll do it later tonight. I don't know. That might be fun because we have a giveaway too. We also have a Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust giveaway to do tonight. So I don't know.
We'll see.
We'll see. I might pull that out. I mean, in Coop being here, just basically all you'll do is just give the right answer or confirm. Right. But that would be fun. It's something different.
I feel like that's something people would need to study for, though.
Oh, JJ said, I always smoke a Perdomo on Spare Notes for Coop.
Nice.
Yeah, we appreciate that. We appreciate that a lot.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. It's a great brand, by the way. They, yesterday they landed a cigar on the list. So the Connecticut Legacy landed on the list yesterday.
Oh, what spot?
17.
17. Okay. All right. All right.
Yep.
All right.
So they, yep. Whether there's more or not, I'm not saying, but we'll see.
But we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. Coop, what are you smoking with us tonight?
Well, I'm actually doing something a little unorthodox tonight, but there's a reason. I'm smoking a Sweet Jane. But there's
Okay.
a reason. So there's a reason why I'm smoking a Sweet Jane. I just spent 7 hours and 6 minutes smoking the Megalophobia for review.
Oh
Oh my
God.
God! Holy shit!
So this is the second time I've smoked it. I took it about 10 inches down. The last time I took it even further, but there's no point in going past 10 inches with this. I'll just tell you but it is this cigar, believe it or not, scored well. This is a good cigar, I'm telling you. It's just it's an effort to smoke it, is all I'm going to tell you.
I'd be like shaking.
Remind me, what's the ring gauge on that?
It is a 134 ring gauge.
That's what I was gonna say. 134. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jay smoked it. We did a smoke on Bear and Trip show with it. So Jay has smoked it. I actually bought these from Blue Smoke in Dallas, so I'll plug him because I think he's got another one he's gonna get rid of.
Jay, I'll buy it. Jay, I'll buy it. I got dibs. If you still have one left, I got dibs. Jay, I got dibs.
Listen,
If it's up for grabs, I got dibs.
Make sure you charge the smoke and tobacco account, not our joint account, please. Please and thank you, Jay.
He has the company card on file.
He's got mine. But I had told him after we smoked it, I said, Jay, order me one of these because this was smokable and it was worth smoking. When I did it on the show, I didn't really review it, but I have a review of it. That'll probably come out in January sometime. But yeah, I did smoke it, so I needed something to kind of clean the palate a bit, I think. And I always find the Sweet Janes are a great cigar. It's a lot smaller than what I smoked today, but they're great. They're great cigars. I do like the Deadwood cigar, so it's not like I'm smoking something. But I do find a flavor cigar does reset the palate nicely after. When you smoke for 7 hours, it's rough, is what I'll tell you.
Good for you, Coop. I mean, like, if it was me, I'd be like done. I wouldn't be smoking on the show right now.
Yeah.
For you to be still taking one for the team and smoking.
Thank you, Jay.
We have to do it. So it was a fun smoke, and what I'll say is, it's a well constructed cigar, and I've had 2 of them. Like I said, this is the second one I've had now. So
Despite being that big, like it performed well.
So here's what I'll say. It's when you start out with a 134 ring gauge cigar, it is not going to fit in your mouth. So the first inch of this thing is rough to smoke, and it took me an hour to get through the first inch. But what happens is, as the head starts to soften, it adjusts to the shape of your mouth, and it becomes easier to draw after that.
So how long did you say it took you to smoke? I mean, to wherever you pretty much finished up.
7 hours and 6 minutes.
And you did that in one sitting.
Yeah, they give you a lighter even with this too, a paleo lighter. Yeah, I did it in one sitting. I will tell you, take a couple of breaks with it. That is key. I know a couple of the guys when they smoked it on Bear Show went heavy very fast, and you're gonna get winded. I'm just saying because it's you have to pace yourself like a marathon with it, is what I'll tell you.
Ooh, I don't know. I might take bets on Matthew puking.
I don't think I've ever had a cigar make me. Well, no. Unless I've already forgotten.
It was fun.
I don't think a cigar has made me throw up yet.
And it's good. Look, I've had other very large 90+ ring gauge cigars that haven't smoked as well as this one. And I'll even say the Asylum 90 didn't smoke as good as this one. So I think this had really good flavor. And hats off to CLE for the construction on that cigar is really good. Really well constructed cigar. They knew what they were doing when they built that.
I'm not saying you have to be a hardcore smoker to smoke that, but to truly enjoy it, you need to be into cigars.
If you're one of these people, I will never smoke a 60 ring gauge cigar. Don't buy this cigar.
Yeah.
If you're someone who's like tested the 80 ring gauge waters, this is still going to be a chore, is what I'll tell you. But you may be more inclined. The interesting thing about this is I don't think I'd have another one of these for another year though, because it is a commitment. And after that, it's
It
now at
doesn't
least I
sound
smoke 2
enjoyable.
Well, it's long is the thing, and then when you get into the last third, that's when it starts to when you get to that 9-inch mark, it starts to get harsh. Um, it actually had really good flavor throughout most of the second third. Even the second third is actually the best part of the cigar, I thought, but that last third gets harsh, and and then
Gets hot.
Yeah, it actually didn't get as hot as you would think, because it's so big. But I took the last one down to about 10.5 inches last time. I had 2.5 inch nub. This time I left a 3-inch nub. I just knew there wasn't really a point in pushing on at that point because I knew it wasn't gonna it wasn't gonna be enjoyable at that point.
Coops, that's like the marathon or a marathon of cigar smoking, though.
Yeah, it is. It is. So I'm very happy to smoke something a little more reasonable tonight.
Hey, well, you know what? Someone had to take one for the team and write a review on it, so good for you. Good
Yeah,
for you.
and like I said, I had today to do it. I didn't have any of my other podcasts today, so it was a good day to do it. It's Christmas week, yeah. So, and the other thing is, look, they're hard to store those things, is what I'm going to tell you. So, literally, I had to take the box is too big to fit in my humidor. I had to take them out, and I put them into a big Ziploc with Boveda, and I didn't want to leave it in there too long. So the review actually normally when I get a cigar, it goes into the queue. This one went up in the queue because I wasn't, I wasn't.
You wanted to get it done. Yeah.
Well, and it also wasn't being stored as with the other Cigar Coop cigars, so that are reviewed. So it is a little asterisk with that, but I was afraid I'd have a problem later on if that was not stored right for a while.
So you did a review on it, and I'm sure. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I would assume someone at Halfway will do one, but I can't see a lot of people doing reviews on them.
I don't know if they did it or not. If they did it,
I don't know if they, but I don't know if they did it or not already. But if they haven't, like I could see them probably doing one, but I don't know how many people would actually do it.
They did the Romacraft one about 10 years ago. I remember they did a video on it and everything. Brooks did it.
The femur.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they did that one. I know that. And I don't know if they've done the 90. I have done the 90. I've done the Aganorsa. The Aganorsa unfortunately, I had some construction issues with the Aganorsa. So that was unfortunate.
Yeah.
I may give that another shot down the road because, but that was the same deal. When I got the Aganorsa one, that one I was able to fit in the humidor. So that was a little different. That one,
the 10 by 100.
The 10 by 100 did fit in the humidor. So, but I didn't leave it in the humidor as long as the other cigars. Again, I just, with the size of that, it was taking up too much real estate. So.
Yeah. I mean, because it's like 2 in a box with the lighter.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah,
when
the box is huge. The box is huge.
And I remember when I spoke to, yeah, I guess the box must be bigger than I remember it being. If it's the only other time a box hasn't fit in a humidor, which technically it does, but
that's the inside.
The
tray, yeah.
I know you have one too. The Fuente set that we got last year.
Yeah, that one I had to pull apart.
Yeah, that one I got it in one of the humidors, barely, but like I got that one in there, but yeah. I don't know if I have the room for this other one, so I might be in the same boat.
Yeah, I would say get it, and then find a day you're gonna have to dedicate to that cigar. Have water with you, just because the cigar's actually not dry, but when you have tobacco in your mouth that long, you want to hydrate, is what I'm gonna tell you.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
So I even took a couple of shots of pickle juice during this one.
Pickle juice.
Pickle juice does kind of because when you have the tobacco in your mouth for that long, it does cleanse it a bit.
Okay, it's a good tip. I like that.
Yeah, club soda is the other. I had club soda also with it. So those two things you want to have, of course, water. And just because, like I said, when you have tobacco and the saliva is kind of building in your mouth for that long, you got to reset it. I learned that from the first time we smoked it on the show. So this time I kind of used those tricks.
I have to imagine it's a lot more smoke production too.
Let me put it like this: I didn't have the rabbit air on today, and Lisa came in here, and she's always in the studio because we have a refrigerator and a freezer. And she couldn't believe the cloud of smoke that was in here. So I probably should have just ran the rabbit air is upstairs in the office upstairs. That's why I didn't have it down here, but it would have been a good test for run the rabbit air on this.
I usually keep the ventilation system down here on like a 3 or a 4.
Yeah.
I'll probably have to crank it up for that.
It was like 75 degrees here today, so I had to, I was able to keep the garage doors open for a good part of the day. So, but even that, there was smoke.
Yeah. I mean, that's the only other thing I was like, oh man, that must make a lot of smoking that thing.
It's a lot of smoke production, yeah. But hats off to Christian and Tom. The job they did producing a cigar that was smokable. I mean, the two things I would say on that. Number one is they should put the Bellicosa tip on it. Because cutting that thing's also another adventure. That's the one. Yeah, I would definitely. And they need to have a cutter big enough too. They should have had a cutter made for that, in my opinion.
Well, I remember when I first spoke to Tom about it way back at TPE in February or February, and it was before they announced it.
They were talking about something like a tip they were going to put on it, right?
Yeah, and I remember he showed me pictures of what they were working on, and he's like, "We're going to have a mouthpiece that comes with it." And I said,
"They didn't do that." Yeah,
that makes a lot of sense. But I think they had some problems with it, and they just decided, let's just scrap it and move on. Which, and I get that too, because
I get it too. I think it's better that they didn't put it in, probably. But
yeah,
that's probably why they didn't do the Bellicosa tip either.
Yeah, I think that the cigar was already in motion, but I think if they knew earlier, hey, this is not going to work, they might have tried to go with the Bellicoso tip, because it makes sense. It's easier, but I think at that point the cigars were already going, and it was like we just have to roll with it. But I was going to ask you, how did you cut it? With just a knife?
What I did this time literally is I took a Chivetta knife, and I literally kind of went around on the cigar tip.
I got you. You kind of did like a circular motion.
I did a circular motion, which I didn't do the first time, and it got the cap right off. It's just a little, and I have some pictures up in the review you'll see of that. It actually is, so it takes a little longer, but that's the way I would do it. I wouldn't do any. The first time I used an 80 ring gauge cutter, and that kind of didn't work well.
Jay, what's the MSRP on that?
Well, we're waiting for a response. I picture,
they're
as much as you did that.
Oh, they're $250. Okay.
I
do
do
for two. Yeah.
For two. I do. I'm not smoking that with you. If you're looking over here.
That's fine.
But I picture needing like a cutting board and like a bread knife and like going to town.
I literally used a Chivetta knife that I had, and I just literally traced around the cap, and it popped the cap right off. It came off clean actually. So.
I have to get a Chivetta. I don't have one.
I have one. I got it one year with some cigar company sent me one. I forget who.
Maybe you should smoke one and give the other one away.
Yeah, maybe. I might have to.
We might do a giveaway with the other one.
I mean, at $250, you're talking $125 per cigar. I mean, that's a pretty good value. Jesus Christ.
Yep.
Anyway, I am smoking a Bellicoso tip or a Torpedo. I don't know. Maybe it's Torpedo, but actually this is Torpedo. It's more defined. But I'm smoking the Atabey Duendes. That's what I have here tonight with me that I got from my friend Oliver. Thank you, Oliver. Appreciate you.
Very nice.
Yeah, I just figured I'd go a little extra fancy for the holidays.
Did he drop those off when he was at the show a few weeks ago?
No comment.
Okay.
No comment. No comment.
Hand delivered as well.
Oliver's a great guy. Oliver's a great guy. So,
listen, I invited him over. He didn't come empty-handed. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. He didn't have to, but I appreciate it.
And he broke his news on the show.
He did. He did.
Yeah, I actually, I heard it on your show, and I think I heard that it was his son's birthday, the same day as Timmy's, it turns out. So both our sons were born the same day.
Ah.
Same year too?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, but they should.
They were both on Pearl Harbor Day. So.
Nice.
Yeah, so Timmy had a 30th birthday. I don't think Oliver's son's 30. So.
Oh yeah, that's
No.
true. No, his kids are younger. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I have now 2 kids in their 30s. So.
Oh,
Figure that.
it's funny. So he broke the news. He broke the news on the show.
That's awesome.
And then I saw Dave a few weeks later, and he was like, "Oh yeah."
We haven't said the news yet, but he became engaged.
He got engaged.
So-
Yeah. So he
those.
he
He said it on the show. Yeah.
Yeah.
he said it on the show, and then I was with David Garofalo, like a week or so after that. No, it was the week after, and he was like, "Oh yeah, about that," and I was like, "Oh okay," and he was like, "Yeah, he broke the news on your show. That's how I found out about it." He goes, "I was with him all day, and he didn't tell me, or Ed, or nobody."
Career limiting move, Oliver.
He was like, "Yeah, what the fuck?" He's like, "I found out on your show."
All right. I was wondering, you were with him. That's wow.
Yeah. I got it, and Dave, Dave might be onto something. I think he has every right to be upset. He was like, I was with him all day. We were doing meetings together, and he didn't say nothing. And then I'm watching your show, and I'm like, what?
Oops.
Wah, wah, wah.
We call those CLMs, career limiting moves. Just kidding, Oliver.
Yikes. Oh, boy. Well, anyway, also hanging out with us tonight is our friends from ST Dupont. That's right. They help us shake up the legacy every week. And I think this week Nicole wants to talk about what she's using over there.
I mean, I don't necessarily. Do I really need to talk about it? I'm just showing it, showcasing it. It is the Opus X collection. I have the cutter. I have the lighter. I was excited because I stole it last week and it was already on my side of the desk, so I got to cut and light it when Matthew usually has the pleasure of showcasing
I got
it.
my own
Although my
cutter over
camera,
here.
there we go. My camera wants to like autofocus. I just have my little ring light that's like blurry. But look at that. Look at the X's. Look at the design. The cutter is amazing. The lighter is amazing. Shake up the legacy.
I've had this one
Boom.
for like 5 or 6 years now. I mean, you would never know it. This
Yeah.
thing
This is
still
my-
cuts.
This is my first one I've had.
First DuPont cutter?
Yeah, it's great.
Oh, my God.
I am actually
There's
in the market.
nothing like a DuPont
and
cutter.
I'm very disappointed that my husband did not get me the matching one that I wanted for Christmas.
The which one?
Bad strike. Wow,
The
wow.
gold and black one.
Oh, yeah, well,
That's been on my hit list for a while, and I just
Why
can't
didn't
bring
you
myself
not?
to. I know, because you know why? To be fair, I have yelled at him before for getting me. Like,
she doesn't want cigar-related stuff for gifts anymore, so I just don't. I
He-
refuse to do it. I don't care. I'm not going to take this one because I in the past I've gotten it because I've gotten her cigar-related gifts. So now I'm like, okay, fine. You're never getting cigar-related gifts ever again.
Because some
so
years
you could be
all-
upset about it, but that's why
Okay.
I went with everything else, and nope, no cigar
Some
stuff. Didn't even
years
cross my mind.
I have only gotten cigar stuff, and as much as I love cigar stuff, I am a female, and I want other types of gifts.
I think you're
you
very
know.
satisfied with everything you got.
A little bit, but not my cutter.
Well,
Not my cutter.
Well.
I want it to match my little set, but it's okay.
well,
It's not
the
too
anniversary
much.
and
I
your
know.
birthday fall 3
I
days
know.
apart, so that'll be the next.
He got
occasion.
me this set for right before we got married for my 30th birthday.
Yeah.
And I use this all the time. I love my copper set, and I love this cutter. This one's nice too, but love it. But I would like one to go with my line. I have a line too, a gold dust line too, and it's black and glittery, and I wanted the gold and black cutter.
We have that set, and surprised no one bought them. So Blue Smoke of Dallas has that set, and no one bought it. Luke Kelly asked, "Looks nice. How much is it?" If someone's got the price on that, but there's one available at Blue Smoke of Dallas. I'm sure Jay will hook you up if you're looking to purchase it. It sounds like they have one. Ooh, Jay Davis, how much was it? Ooh, Jay, sales have been made at Blue Smoke of Dallas on this show before. To be fair, most of them are my own, but this could be something here. Let's see if we can make something happen. And you know what? It's also a win for SD Dupont. Everybody wins. So, shake up the legacy. Call Jay if you want that collection. Help him move some inventory after Christmas. Everyone kind of stopped shopping. So, help a brother out. You know what I'm saying? He's got.
I will say though that these cutters are actually in terms of the whole, and I'm not talking about just the Opus ones, but just the plain black and silver, the plain black and gold, are not super expensive compared to the rest of the DuPont collection, and they do last a really long time, and they stay sharp for years. Like
the lighters are significantly more than the cutters are still I think like 2 something, but like compared to most of the lighter models, that's like half the price.
And if you can't splurge on that one, I think this one's cheaper. This is like 100. This one that I have is like 100 and something, and this one also works great.
Yeah.
And this is a DuPont one also. What is the name of this one? Sorry, Les.
I don't know what its like official name is, but it's just just a double guillotine.
It's the cigar cutter stand. It's basically
no, not that one.
This has the stand. This is the double.
That's just just a double guillotine.
That one, okay.
But this one is also equally good, and it's cheaper than
They
the
also
other one.
make one that I kind of think is cool, and it looks like that copper one that she has, but it's a straight and it's a V cut, like on both. Like it's flat like that, but it's just like like one's here, one's here. Do they still even make that? I think they still make that. That one's nice too. Oh, here we go. Pricing information. Cutter is $375. Biggie is $600. Line 2 is $2,200. Before discount, Luke Kelly. Ooh. Maybe Jay will give you a little combo pricing. That'd be nice. I don't know. I'm not. You know what? Let me step out of this. I don't want to get in trouble. I'm getting carried away. But anyway, so that's what we got going on over here. Our friends at SD Dupont, shake up the legacy. So Coop, in terms of the holidays, sounds like you guys had a great time. We had a pretty decent time. It's not too wild, not too crazy.
Good food, good family.
Now, I know you're Jewish too, but you don't celebrate Hanukkah anymore, right?
No, we don't have any family members anymore. My sister is Jewish, but they're up in New Jersey. But they celebrate Christmas and Hanukkah, so.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's no one down here. So we not that I don't want to do it. I kind of like it. Just kind of respect that side of the tradition I have. But December is crazy enough right now. Getting everyone together.
Now, were your kids raised to understand like Hanukkah and the Jewish faith too, or did you guys just kind of?
Well, there was an awareness. They didn't have they didn't go to Hebrew school or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
But they know the menorah and things like that. Yeah.
Okay.
They've been to seders and things like that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the holidays. I was growing up. I remember you'd get the kids who had like the split parents, and they'd be like, "Yeah, I get Hanukkah and Christmas," and I'm like, "Wait, what?" They're like, "Yeah, I get both," and I'm like, "Fuck, man, that's awesome."
Yeah. but by the time my dad passed, he had kind of really moved towards Christianity. It's the best way to put it. And in fact, we had a priest at his memorial.
Oh, okay.
And that's what he wanted. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't want to say he got away from it, but I think he got assimilated more into Christianity, particularly when my kids came along. So, and we were living up there. I think that it just started to change for him. I remember, I just remember I was worried about always when I told him I was going to marry someone who was Catholic. I was worried about that because it was an issue when my parents got married, but he had no issue with it. So,
were both of your parents Jewish?
No, my mom was. So my mom's Catholic, but you have to understand they got married in 1966. That's 21 years post-Holocaust, right?
Right.
It wasn't that long. And there was a movement, I don't want to speak incorrectly, but at the time, the Jewish faith was very concerned about preserving the faith. So they were it was a little tougher for an outsider to marry back then. they made it more difficult. I'll just kind of say it that, but there were reasons for it because, again, you're 21 years removed from the Holocaust.
Makes
I
sense.
can kind of look back at that. Yeah, I totally get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not that they stopped my parents' wedding, but at the time, the agreement was I was going to be brought up Jewish. But when my grandparents passed away, my father didn't feel comfortable, like, doing that. So,
Okay.
and like I said, he started to get assimilated more, so it was a little different. So he kind of left it up to us, basically.
That's fair.
So,
I mean,
yeah,
look, at the end of the
that's
day, I think people should
Yeah.
be able to make their choices, you know, and it's their life. So I get it.
But I've always, like I said, I always made sure that my kids, they understand the roots of where they come from. It's important. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. But
Yeah.
good. I mean, and good for you. I think that's a good move.
Yeah. So yeah, they like I said, we had the menorah and things like that. So, yeah.
JJ asked, "How was Anastasia's Christmas?" It was very good.
Spoiled.
Hmm.
She was spoiled by all of her grandparents
And Santa.
and Santa.
This is an adult program, so we don't have to, should be no children watching. So, yeah, Santa came from both sides this year, so she don't know that. she just said Santa was it was like, why is some of Santa's stuff this color wrapping paper and this one's this one?
I mean, she's almost 2.5, so she's still, we tried Elf on the Shelf. She wasn't really getting into that, and she's still a little bit young, so I have higher hopes for next year. This was the first year she was even into like ripping wrapping paper off of stuff. So
oh yeah, she cared more about ripping the paper out than what was actually inside.
Yeah, that's the age she is. So but we have so many toys, and now Mama has to go through all the toys and donate some because we have so many.
That's how it goes.
It's time to rotate and time to pass stuff along.
She loves that ice cream cart, though. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, I think that was the favorite gift. She got a fake ice cream cart.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The kid doesn't even eat ice cream, but she likes
That's the
going
funny part.
around.
She's obsessed with that ice cream cart toy, but then it's like, you want some ice cream? She's like, no. And I'm like, okay. She doesn't like ice cream, but she loves playing ice cream. Yeah, make it make sense. I don't know, but no, she had a good time.
Oh, and her potty.
Yeah, she peed on the potty for the first time. That was huge.
Yeah.
I was there to witness it.
She got stairs to go on the potty, and now she wants to run around butt naked and try to potty every 5 minutes.
Well, yeah, she keeps taking her pants and her diaper off. She's like, "Daddy, I go on the potty." I'm like, "Okay," and I'm just like, you know what? Let her do it because this is, like, let her,
Yeah, until she bare butt farted into her face on the couch.
She did. She did. She lit me up. She got me. But no, she got on there, and I was like, "You gonna go pee?" And she was like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Do you have to poop?" She's like, "No." I'm like, "All right. Go pee, like pee right now, like go for it, like this is it, like, And then I sat there and I'm like, "Are you gonna go pee?" She's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "All right, we'll do it. Like, come on, like you can pee, like it's okay. Like I know you don't have your diaper on, but like this is come on, we're trying to do something here. Like you can pee, it's okay." And then I just heard this like little trickle, and I'm like, "Did you pee?" She's like, "Yeah." I'm like, nice, that was the first one. And everyone got all excited. We're like, yeah, my mom's like, you got to make a big deal out of it, so she'll do it again. I was like, yeah. I started screaming. I'm like, did you pee? She's like, yeah. I'm like, nice job.
And then she flushed and said, bye-bye, pee.
She did. She got down. She flushed the toilet all by herself. She's like, bye-bye, pee. I'm like, yeah, bye, pee. And then she's like, Daddy, diaper. I'm like, yeah, that's right. You can't do the other half of this. So, okay, let's go. So, yeah, that was exciting. She kind of figured out how to pee on,
Yeah.
I just want to get her going so I don't have to keep buying diapers. Like, I'm trying to get rid of that expense. Like, yeah, learn how to pee just so I don't have to keep buying diapers for you and wipes.
I know. For all of you who have older kids, it's $50 for a case of diapers now, and that's cheap at Costco.
Yeah, that's the cheap set.
That's the Costco Kirkland brand ones.
That's why my parents got a Costco membership to begin with back in the day. If you look at my parents' membership, it says member since December 1993. And that was why. They were like, we started going to Costco to buy diapers. And then they just kept going. So, yeah, that was an exciting time. Other than that, it's been pretty low-key. Good old ice-cold water.
Jay said he cooked a Chateaubriand. Did I say that right?
I think so.
Did I? Yeah.
Is it Chateaubriand? Coop?
I think so. Yeah, I think you said it right.
Wow. That's shocking for me, but
Yeah.
Jay Davis made a good point.
Shocking for me.
He goes, diapers are much cheaper than college tuition. That I'm not going to argue with right there.
Okay, fair.
Oh, it's my good friend Ryan Beck. Hey, man.
Well, Mama Tobacco, she had made a tenderloin and a ham,
She did.
and it was amazing.
Very nice.
It was good. So.
Yeah, I don't think there's any of it left. I think we polished all that off.
Yep.
Yeah.
Food was good.
We just got back from there. We went back, and I was like,
Oh yeah, we went back for more leftovers.
my mom's got more food over there. I'm going back. Like, I made her I got there. I was like, pull it all out. Let's go. I wanted to keep that going. But no, it was good. It was a good time. And then we get New Year's next week. I have New Year's Eve plans. I will be at the Federal Cigar Shop / what is it? What do they call the Slow Burn Lounge?
Yes.
In Portsmouth, New Hampshire, for the My Father Cigars New Year's Eve event. Shout out to my boy Darren Hill. I will be there ringing in the new year with them. They're going to have a nice red carpet event. I don't think it's black tie per se, but it's going to be...
It's close.
It's going to be nice. I'll have my dress wear on, and it'll be nice. It'll be a good time. So that's going to be my New Year's.
As long as you don't kiss anyone else.
No.
I have different New Year's plans, which is stay at home with Anastasia and watch Stranger Things, because I'm excited about that, and I don't feel like going out.
We were never big New Year's Eve people. My
Meh.
wife and I. We never really were into it. I went to the ball drop in New York once in college and never again. But yeah, normally we've always been home.
Yeah.
Dick Clark, it was Dick Clark all the time.
Yeah, I mean it's like I don't like people,
we-
and I have a job with
yeah.
people, so I want to
Yeah.
relax.
And actually, it's always I usually have to work New Year's Eve for my day job too, so I don't feel like doing anything after that. And
Yeah.
it's an end of a quarter, so it's always busy.
Yeah,
So
relaxing. That's nice.
yeah, all the cigar lounges close here in North Carolina by 7:00. So they all go home.
Yeah.
It's early.
Yeah. I mean...
I think most of the ones up here stay open and do events. Definitely not Two Guys, but
And Two Guys is not a late
Twins.
night shop.
Yeah,
Twins,
they're-
Twins
yeah.
will be open.
the ones that
Castro's,
are late night shops do events.
like,
Even the ones that are late night here close early.
Yeah, no.
yeah. I'm excited. Honestly, I'll be very transparent. Otherwise, I'd probably be at home, but there hasn't been a lot of My Father events up here, and Darren's a good friend of mine, and I said, next time you do an event, let me know so I can come. And this one happened to be on New Year's, and I'm like, well, all right, I'll go do that. But that's because, Darren's a good friend, and it'll be a good time, but other than that, I'd probably just be like, I'd want to stay in. Because,
right.
I mean, it's still a work day for me, but I'll power through it. I'll make it work. So, but no, it'll be exciting. It'll be fun, and then the next day I'm just gonna take it easy and sleep in, relax, and not do anything too wild. I'm also probably not gonna drink very much either, because then I'll just feel even worse the next day. I'm getting old.
Yeah, have fun.
Can't drink.
Yeah, and I'm not helping you with your hangover in the next
So,
That's right.
Yeah. So I mean,
No.
because I will be
tell 'em.
well rested and in bed
You will-
before midnight.
Yeah, you tell him.
Coop, whose side are you on here? Come on.
He's on home with the baby.
First of all, she's not gonna be
birthday.
she's not gonna be home alone
It
with
is
the baby.
it is by choice though.
Okay.
She's
and
also
so,
not
yeah.
gonna be home alone with Anastasia.
Yeah.
She's gonna be with my parents. So
Yeah,
Okay,
we're
but
gonna have Chinese food. Or
yeah,
actually, no,
she's
we're
gonna
not.
be
No, we're
living
not.
life.
Your mom wants to cook lobsters, and I'm for that. I think we're gonna do lobsters and scallops. So
Yeah, she's gonna
I'll
be
be
yeah.
living it
So
up
don't pity her too much. She's gonna be okay. She's gonna have help. She's
But
gonna have a good
you-
dinner.
I would take the lobsters over my father's cigars. I'm sorry. I can always have my father's cigars.
I can always have lobster. I live in New England.
You can have my father's cigars at home and have the lobster. That's what I'm just.
Yeah, I know. But it's good for me to get. I don't get to shops and events very much anymore, so I really pick and choose which ones I go to.
I've had to cut back a lot too. Yeah, I get it.
Well, not even just, we just have Anastasia. And the average rate for a babysitter up here, and again, even the high schoolers, they charge $25 to $30 an hour. So it's, it's kind of hard. We live in a crazy world too, where like it's hard to find people to trust to watch your kids. So, we tap into grandparents where we can, and
I get it. It was when my first was like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but like New Year's Eve, we'll wait.
Yeah.
Well, wait, she'll be older one day and not want anything to do with us, and then we'll have a social life again. So.
Yeah.
Yep, this is true.
I mean, we are toying with the idea, and it's not a done deal, of doing one of the big holidays in Miami next year.
You mentioned that. I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not saying it's a done deal, but we are. It may be Thanksgiving. It turns out to be. So. We're really looking at that. Yeah.
Thanksgiving in the Magic City.
Oh, yeah.
Starring William Cooper.
But I'd rather do Christmas because they do the pig roast in Christmas in Miami. That's a tradition.
Dude, a good pig roast, I'm not going to lie. I'm with you on that one. A good pig roast is...
Yeah.
Yeah. If it's done right, oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
I think Christmas would be better than Thanksgiving. Just in general, like a pig
to
roast
go to
aside.
Yeah.
I'd love to do that.
I have been in Miami Christmas, like the week before Christmas, but never like Christmas itself.
Also, on the plus side, all of us have grown up in New England and the UK over there. So most of us have grown up in real wintry conditions, having Christmas. So for me, it would be nice to go to Miami and not experience a cold, snowy winter on Christmas for once. It'd be kind of interesting.
That's kind of what we were thinking.
We loved...
the week. Yeah.
No, go ahead.
I was in the week I was in Miami before Christmas. It was in the 40s, though. It happened to be. So it was cold that week. This was a while ago. So, but it was cool seeing the palm trees decorated with lights. That's kind of a cool sight.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And one of my favorite Thanksgivings was in the Dominican when we went there.
Oh, yeah.
And they celebrate Christmas relatively early over there, right? They did their... Because when we went, Fuente was doing their Christmas party, so they had all their
the
palm
thing
trees.
is they kind of do some of their celebrating early because then they shut the factories down for a while. So then everyone disperses, so they kind of have to.
They take a month off. The cigars literally shut down for about a month every year.
Yeah.
Yeah, like right now, all those factories are closed, and they've been closed for a few weeks.
Yeah, and they won't reopen probably till mid-January, at least the second week.
But the decorations were cool. Just even around that time because they had it kind of, decorated. So to be somewhere warm was fun.
It was funny. I was talking to Jose. He's in Sweden. And he said something to me. He's like, he said, Coop, it's like 3 o'clock here. I gotta go in. The sun's down and it's getting cold. And that's the case. The sun goes down there at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh, shit. That's right. Yeah.
Well, yeah, when I lived in England, it would be like 4 o'clock. 4:30.
Yeah.
I'd be walking home from school and it would be getting dark and you're like, what is going on?
So there's a famous Coop show we did. I did it from Stockholm. I had a show with Saka and Garofalo on.
Oh, I remember that show.
And literally, I had to go to Stockholm on a very short notice. I had to go to Stockholm, so I didn't want to cancel the show. So I got up to do the show at like 3:30, but what was surreal about that is the sun comes up like only a few minutes after that. So that was kind of cool to see. It's 4 o'clock in the morning, the sun's up already.
Yeah.
But you just feel really weird. You're up you're way up early at this point.
I was just thinking about. Something I want to do later in the show. Sorry, I got a little distracted. I had a couple ideas kicking around for something. All will be revealed soon, but I digress. It's. I remember that one, and you've done a few kind of interesting shows over the years. I don't.
Yeah.
We've
I did
done a
one
few
over-
on the
I did
road.
one. I did one from England as well.
Yeah.
Had the Reuben brothers on. And that one I did from Egham. You probably know where Egham is, Nicole.
Yes.
Yeah, it's outside London. So yeah, I did it
Yeah.
from like this English manor I was staying at. Yeah, that was cool.
Oh wow.
Was it like real old timey?
Yeah,
Yes.
because it was literally one of these old manors that was converted into a hotel. So I literally had like, you could see the gables and everything, and when the room I was in, it was really cool.
I'm surprised they had Wi-Fi.
That was an issue.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Lucky, yeah, it was an issue. Lucky, and the issue was it was down all day, and it came up just in time for the show. So Aaron would have been able to do it without me, but yeah, it came back up literally minutes before the show started.
Wow. Wow,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Sorry, I sneezed.
I was gonna say, what the hell was
I
that?
was so sorry. All of a sudden.
I thought that was a fart.
Nope. Just sneeze.
JJ asks, what are your New Year traditions for food? Most of the time for us, it's been Chinese food. I
Yep.
mean,
We don't have one. Yeah, I don't think we have one.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it a tradition, but like Chinese
just get
food on New
Chinese
Year's.
food. You stay in, you relax. Sometimes I don't even make it to New Year's because I'm like, whatever. I'd rather go to sleep. So I wake up the next morning. I'm like, oh, it's a new year. Although, can we stop doing, people like to do this thing where, like, pretty much between now and, like, New Year's, when you, like, you do, like, the goodbye, and you're like, oh, I'll see you, but, and like, I'll see you next year. You do that cute little, like, joke, like, I'll see you next year, because it's only 4 days. And it's like, It's like, all right. Like, it was funny when I was 12, but, like, you go to, like, the store now, like, I'll see you next year. And I'm like, oh, okay.
I'm
Like,
such a Scrooge.
yeah. Yeah, I know.
I mean, I don't even have a New Year's cigar, to be honest with you. It's picked like everyone asks me, I do pick something special, but I never know until
That
like
day.
yeah. You know what's really weird is at midnight I actually run a report on Cigar Coop, and then I pull some data down, and it takes about 5 to 10 minutes, and then it's the metrics for the year,
Mm.
and then I just do it, and then I have my cigar.
Okay.
So and I don't know what it will be this year.
I'm kind of in the same boat. Like, I know people who are like, oh, every year I smoke a Padrone. You know what I mean? Like, shit like that. And I'm like, oh,
No,
that's fine. But, like, for me, like, I'll smoke something special, because it's New Year's. I'm like, all right, I'll smoke, something pricey or rare or whatever. But, like, it's just kind of like I come down and I'm like, what do I have? No, I like that
Yeah.
one. I'll just pick something. But like, I don't have, like, a set cigar.
I'm usually pretty tired too, so it's like, especially now that I go to sleep earlier than I used to. So, yeah, so it's like, do I want to like put? I'm not gonna put a 3-hour smoke in after that.
No. I'm in the same boat.
I usually smoke an añejo on Thanksgiving. That I usually do. Did not
I
do that
think,
this year.
is it Fred Rui who smokes an añejo shark on Christmas or something like that? I saw
I
him
think
post.
so, yeah. See, I'm an añejo 46 guy.
I like the
As much as I do-
46.
That's my favorite size.
Yeah, I like the
Um,
46.
Yeah, but I did not smoke the añejo this year. I did smoke an Opus 20th this year. So I
Okay.
had a couple- yeah, so I did smoke an Opus 20th. The Falls of the Sun. Yeah.
Alan said, I think I'm going to smoke a Monte Cristo 90th for the New Year's. Oh, what a
Not-
surprise. Monte Cristo.
Not Trinidad.
Yeah, not Trinidad? Not the Trinidad Espiritu? Oh, wow. I'm shocked. I would have
What
bet
do you
all of
think
King
of
Midas.
that
I would have bet all of King Midas's gold on that one.
Monty 90th was good. Monty 90th was good. I didn't think it was the same wow factor as the Romeo 150 though.
Yeah, Romeo 150 was good.
I liked that.
Romeo 150 is an incredible cigar.
Yep.
Incredible.
That was a
Yeah.
good one.
That's
Really good
definitely
one.
going to make our list. That was a fantastic cigar.
Yep. It really was good.
Speaking of Altadis USA, we'll talk a little bit about kind of. I don't think we have necessarily anything to add to it, but just kind of we'll glaze the topic
Yep.
for those who maybe missed out on it or whatever. But
I could talk a little about like I'm going to be honest. I knew about this beforehand.
Yeah, as did I. Yeah.
Did I write about it? No. Was I going to write about it? No. It's a very complicated scenario, and Charlie deserves probably the article of the year if we gave one out in media. It was well written, so I would say go to Charlie. But here's how I found out about it. So I was, Pro Cigar basically sent out some communications, and I get a communication on they were gonna now. Like, I don't know if you saw, Pro Cigar is going to be having Pro Cigar exclusive cigars this year.
Mm-hmm. I knew that.
So basically, they said, "Hey, we're going to have setups for these cigars in Hotel A, B, C." So, if folks don't know, Pro Cigar takes place in 2 cities. The first part of it takes place in La Romana, which is in the southeast part of the island, and then most of it takes place in Santiago, which is in the north central part of the island. And I just casually asked the question. I said, "Hey, are you going to offer the cigars at La Romana?" And they said, "No, the La Romana piece was canceled." And I'm like, "Why was it canceled?" They said, "Well, they just couldn't do it." So, I have some sources I tap into, right? And I've come to find out that that it was canceled because of the issues that we're going to talk about, which made a lot of sense too. So, and that's kind of how I got wind of this.
Yeah, so essentially in 2020, a sale was made to, at the time, I was told, to an unidentified Chinese group who had purchased, was it 50% of the company?
Well, what they did is they purchased the premium cigar business from Imperial. So Imperial wanted to get out of the premium business, right? So they have their other tobacco products. They decided to sell. And there were 2 equity groups that purchased the assets of the premium cigars. What happened was this. That one group bought the American businesses. I'm going to oversimplify this. One group bought the American businesses. One group bought the non-American businesses. So the American businesses included like JR, Altadis, Casa de Monte Cristo.
Tabacalera USA.
Yeah, Tabacalera USA. The foreign businesses were several. The ones you want to know mostly are Habanos, the half interest of Habanos that they had. And the other piece was the factories. So these essentially they were sold to these 2 holding groups is what happened. And what happened is the factories were now owned by a separate equity company than Tabacalera USA. And
again, like you said, half of Habanos, which the other half is owned by the Cuban government.
That was the only way they could do the transaction.
Right.
There was no way they could do the transaction any other way because we couldn't.
Because of Cuba.
An American equity group couldn't buy that.
And just super quick for those who may not be following, because I feel like we didn't give a full intro to this topic. There was an article published by Charlie Minato and Half Wheel about the sale, right, of Altadis and some of these things that are going on. So we're just kind of talking about that. If you guys want to read the full article, definitely want to give credit to Charlie because he put in a lot of work, and you can find that article on a lot of work.
That takes a lot of time.
Honestly, it's almost like a soap opera when you're reading this whole article, and there's a lot of information of it. So we're just commenting on we're kind of bullet pointing some of the things that have happened, but there is a lot more detail, and if you're interested in that detail, please read the article because there's so many other little things that I know we're not going to touch upon, because I know there are some people listening who probably are just like, what? It has been all over Facebook, but I feel like sometimes people get their news from us, so just to share that.
Yeah, and the other thing too is, I mean, this is something that's been going on, but we haven't really talked about it because there's been a lot of moving pieces, and there's been a lot of things happening, even up until, recent time. So, it's pretty complex, to be fair. But yeah, like Coop was saying, so
now there's these 2 holding groups.
There's these 2 holding groups. Yep. One half of it was the American business, one half of it was the international business.
Yep.
Now, the American business running through Tabacalera USA has continued to operate, fine. Now, the foreign business. A little bit different. This is also part of, in that business was sold to an entity in China. And
Well, there was someone. I think it was multinational, but yeah, there was someone from China in there. But
and
Matt, before we kind of go to that point, I want to point one thing out, and this is
Yeah.
important.
yep,
So, even though the things were split, it was pretty much business as usual going forward. Hey, Altadis still did stuff at Tabacalera de Garcia. They did stuff at Florida Compound. They continued to do that business. So that's
Yep.
very important to know that. Like once the sale happened, no one envisioned a disruption happening.
correct.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things I wanted to point out was because we talked about Habanos and all of that. For those who may or may, and for Cuban smokers out there who pay attention to Cuban news, I know some of you guys probably don't pay attention to it because you don't really smoke Habanos, and so it's kind of irrelevant to you. But we do report on Habanos from time to time. I don't kill myself getting their information, and they don't, quite honestly, they don't always have a lot to say. But on some of their key points, we cover it. So a few years ago, and we covered it, you guys covered it, Half Wheel covered it. I mean, it was pretty widespread. There was a price increase, a very significant price increase on Habanos cigars. And at the time, it was kind of, it wasn't like a straight across the board. It was kind of, some went up a lot higher than others. Most notably, their most premier brands, Cohiba and Trinidad, saw some price increases of up to 300%. And as for those who smoke Habanos, will tell you, the price of Cuban cigars have dramatically increased in the last few years. And one of the key points, and I bring this up, for this reason, because it'll kind of maybe make a little bit more sense to some of you now, is at the time Habanos was transparent and said that the pricing model that they used was going to be based on the Hong Kong market. I think a lot of people understand now why it was based on the Hong Kong market.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think in the end, too, that would have happened probably.
Maybe, yeah, but definitely this definitely helped. So that was, at the time, it was kind of like that's peculiar, but there's a big Asian market, and
It's huge. It's huge, yeah.
but nonetheless, that happened. So.
Yeah.
And a little bit more complex into the story is that these holding companies were tied to someone named Chen Zi, right? I'm saying that right. And he was sanctioned by the U.S. because of Bitcoin theft.
Yes.
Right. And so that kind of is what led to this disruption because of the sanctions now imposed on this person who was then tied to these companies.
Yeah, they basically said,
Yeah.
"Oh no!" They basically said, "We're like, hey, we're good. We're freeze." I don't want to say they
Yeah.
freeze, but they basically said this word was sanctions used. You can't transact with Tabacalera USA and Florida Compound.
Yeah.
Is what happened. So, thus created a disruption in the business.
So therefore, that's where we kind of start to get to that point where, well, now the factories stop working.
Yeah.
And the factory shut down. And now Tabacalera USA has to move production out of those factories because they cannot use those factories now. So, and it becomes this ripple effect. And it does. It's complex. It's like a spider web, kind of. It starts to really, go in these different directions, and it's a little confusing. And there's a lot of different moving pieces to this. And from what I understand, so Coop, I don't remember off the top of my head, but so I know that there was another sale earlier in the year. Now, does the international business, was that completely sold off, or was part of it sold off?
I think this happened on the U.S. side.
That was on the U.S. side. Okay.
Yeah, that was happening on the U.S. side.
Hmm.
Where, and I think it was, I don't know if it was a sale, but part of the equity group sold to some I believe someone out of the Middle East.
Yes,
And
that's
again,
what
that
I
was
was told.
yeah, yeah, but I believe that happened in the U.S. But these holding companies were very much intertwined because again,
Mm.
the model was set up specifically because they couldn't sell the Habanos assets to Habanos. I mean, to a U.S. company. You just can't do that. So it was deliberately set up like this.
Right. And so now, where does that leave us with international business versus American business? Coop, Coop, I'll let you break it down. You have a better way of kind of putting it down there, but kind of like what happens now, essentially.
Well, what happens is they're looking at alternatives, factories that they can produce out of. So there's no like business, and I was looking into this a little, and I was able to they can still transact with like Placencia and AJ Fernandez. So they can continue to do that. But you're talking about an enormous amount of production out of Tabacalera de Garcia
Mm-hmm.
and Florida Capon. Now, the one thing I was a little intrigued with Tobacco de Garcia is they do a ton of Vega Fina. I was surprised that that part of the business still didn't continue because that's Vega Fina ships to Spain. But I don't know. When the feds get involved, they could just, they maybe just put the padlock on the whole thing here. Man, they don't care.
Right.
U.S. Treasury Department could waive their weight however they want. So the short answer is there's two things. There's going to be contingencies to make products elsewhere. I think there'll be some shortages. There's no question about it because that's an enormous amount of production. You just can't move that, right? And then I think the other thing that's going to have to happen is there's going to have to be they're going to have to reach a settlement. They're going to have to, Tobacco is going to have to reach a settlement somehow. Because the longer this goes on, the worse it is for them. So I don't think the people we deal with in Tabacalera USA, they had nothing to do with this.
Right.
Oh, of course.
This has nothing to do with them.
Correct.
This is and look, I know Altadis is proceeding business as usual on a lot of stuff right now. So as far as that goes, but ultimately they have a problem they have to address. So I think I can't see AJ and Placencia just taking all that production. I can't. It's just too much.
That's a lot.
But the other thing is I do believe they have a supply in the U.S. for a while. I think they could still continue because they have stuff in the warehouse. They have a big warehouse. So it behooves them to try to settle this thing and come to some sort of settlement with the feds here on this. But the feds, they don't play games. But the feds don't want any. The feds have no interest in crippling Altadis USA in this thing. They want this guy. They want this guy. They want this Bitcoin. And they're after a bigger fish to fry here right now. So I don't. Like I said, I don't think there's wrongdoing here by anyone. It's an unfortunate situation. Hopefully they could settle it. But yeah, that's the. I don't think, and the other thing, you just can't easily move production of like Monte Cristo White or Romeo and Julieta Reserva Real to another factory because there's tobaccos involved. Even if it goes to a different factory, it could have a very different. It could be very different, is what I'm saying.
So are they still not making anything out of that factory right now, or is that resumed production?
As far as I know, there's no production coming out of that factory. But this time of the year it was shut down anyway. So
right. John Carney is here in the comments with us. I don't know if you saw these comments, Coop, but I'm gonna bring this up.
I did not.
He said, I bet they don't miss a beat, and the person of interest that is causing the issue for sales here in the U.S. has already divested their interest in the work out of the same factories, and they have divested one of their other shell companies, and it will be a non-issue. I could be way off on this, but it seems like that is the easiest solution, no?
I don't know the particulars of that, but
Yeah.
He's thinking the right way. Again, I think that's part of how they're going to try to settle this. This like I said, I think there's a way that this could be settled, and like I said, the people here in the U.S. are not. This is not why the feds have shut the factory down. They're after this other guy, and I don't think they have any interest in putting Altadis out of crippling Altadis here. That's how I would believe. So if there's things that could be done here to fix that, then I think they'll do that too.
Yeah, and he said they just want to punish the head of the snake. Too much revenue in that factory for it to just go away.
It would cripple. I don't think they're interested in crippling the economy of La Romana either, which is that factory is the economy of La Romana with the resorts. So I don't think they have any interest in doing that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where I think this is heading.
Yeah, it's a sticky situation. It's an unfortunate situation, but you know, and I don't think there's been quite a story like this in some time.
Had this been on the other, the only thing I'm worried about is because I said these two holding companies were intertwined, and I guarantee that's what the Treasury Department and the Feds are doing right now. They're kind of, you know, when you have the football players all stacked and then you have to pull them apart. I think that's what they're doing right now. And this is my amateur. I am not an expert in this area. That's, you know, this is kind of what I see happening. I've just read things of when these things kind of things happen on, you know, with these types of situations. But the Justice Department will have no problem seizing assets either. As I'll also tell you, they'll do it.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, we've seen it before. I mean, it's not new. But yeah, I mean, for sure. I mean, this is. I hope that they get things straightened out quickly. You know, like you said, for the sake of La Romana, and get that just kind of back to business. But it's also not something that you just solve in a weekend. So it's.
You know, yeah, exactly. There was a TV show where something like this happened. You remember the TV show Dallas? And my wife was telling me the story about this.
I know of Dallas, but I didn't really watch Dallas.
So you know the character J.R. Ewing, right? You've heard of him. He's a bad guy.
Yeah.
Well, he did a bad thing. He funded a terrorist, like basically on the show, and the Justice Department got wind of it, and they seized the assets of Ewing Oil, right, and basically sold them off, right. But and in a soap opera fashion, they got him back. But what was interesting, I kind of just took that, did a little research with. Just kind of did a little research on this because I was kind of curious if that's something that really they could do, and it turns out yes, they can do that. They can seize assets from an American company, but there was specific wrongdoing here by someone in the U.S. on that show. Is what I'm saying. I don't think this is that same case, you know. So I don't think they're going to seize any assets. It's just this way. This why Charlie went through a lot of trouble to explain the sale was the reason why he explained it. That's why this gets complicated.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, there's multiple moving pieces to
But they
this.
can seize. I mean, the Justice Department will seize assets and penalize you with fines because of that. So, so hopefully nothing like that is levied on Altadis. I don't think it will.
Yeah. I mean, for their sake, you hope it doesn't.
Yeah.
And I forget. So did this guy get caught yet?
He's a fugitive.
Oh, so he's on the run.
He's on the run. Yeah.
Yeah. And with
and
that kind
I
of
don't
money,
think-
he could be anywhere.
I don't think anyone else knows where he is. So it's like. You know,
I don't think anybody knows where he is.
yeah, exactly.
I mean, with that kind of money, I mean,
Yeah,
who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll turn up. They always do, usually.
It is one of the biggest stories we've seen in a long time in the cigar industry.
Yeah, this is a peculiar one.
You know, it's funny. I keep asking, well, you're going to write an editorial. No, I'm not, because I'm not smart enough to write that editorial. I'm talking about it tonight, and I'm not even qualified enough to say that, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But I'm not ignoring it either. I'm not ignoring this story either. I'm just saying, I had to do a lot of, you know, this is, you know, Matt, this is where I think I sometimes get unrealistic expectations put on me. I'm a guy who writes about cigars, right? I'm not a guy who writes about complicated business stuff. Same with the tariffs. I'm not a macroeconomic. I have no desire to be an investigative journalist. I write about cigars, you know. That's where my sweet spot is. I think I could do that piece. I can't ignore this piece. I get it, but it's like I sometimes people like, what you be an investigative reporter? You think I got like, am I getting paid for this? Do I have time for this? Like, you know.
No, but it just opens like a lot of questions.
It
you
does,
know?
yeah. It
like,
does.
so,
You can't
like,
ignore it. You can't ignore it.
No. Like just you know, like you know, what responsibilities do international like partners hold in vetting shareholders? I mean, like, could this have been avoided? Like, did anyone really even look into this person and his interests?
Well, and someone actually did say that to me, and it's a fair question. Actually, I said, well, in a way, does Imperial have any liability in this, right? because they're the ones who sold it. And I don't, the more I think about it, the more I don't know the answer to that.
Maybe they don't have liability, but I mean, look what happened. When you
Yeah.
when you don't do your research to who you sell, right? Like, and so now, and the other question too is, as much as they're trying to get the head of the snake with the U.S. sanctions, they're disrupting an industry, and they are putting people out of work. So if there is an industry disruption that goes on much longer, it's not just the head of the snake they're really getting.
I will tell you, yes, and I agree with all that, Nicole. And I'll add on to that. I will tell you that certain things probably were red flags that were not made to be red flags. Namely anonymous owners and stuff like that. So did we all kind of just look the other way? We probably did, right? When Imperial did that.
Or like you said, I mean, we're just talking about cigars. We're not investigative journalists. And Charlie took it to another level. So
I doubt someone wrote Charlie a $50,000 check to do that either. So
No.
in fairness, it's good for Charlie, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. No, of course, but it's just, it's something that can't be ignored. And just like from what we can talk about and what we're, educated enough, it just raises questions in the industry on like, when these companies are selling and the vulnerabilities that are now, happening with some of these larger companies. If they do decide to not go back to the factories they've been using, or, that's not possible for them in the future, and they do have to now use other smaller factories, is that going to, is that going to be a good thing and benefit?
And maybe Altus has to say, you know what, maybe we have to set up our own factory. That's not going to be something they can automatically do, by the way.
Of course.
I'm sure that's going to be watched. So
yeah.
But that's probably, that's a way, because like I said, they lost control of, in a lot of ways, what they were doing. I was just down at this factory in September. I was just down there. I was walking through the factory, and you would never notice two different owners, is what I'm saying. They're like, the big happy family is what they were. Raphael, I'll tell you what, Raphael, man, knows his way around a factory. That guy, he does. You would think he's in the factory 365 days a year. He knows his way around a factory really good. So, that's how tight, like I said, it was business as usual for a long time.
Yeah.
Now, is there a way that they could, Altadis and Tabacalera USA could take that factory under their ownership, and maybe nothing else, but
that has probably worked out with the feds. Right, that's probably what would have to happen.
That would probably be the safest move for them, business-wise. Is like, well, let's just take the factory. We can get our production going again. We kind of separate it from that entity. That doesn't happen again, and then you kind of just leave all the other pieces over there.
I think the feds would have to. This again, me amateur, so someone could correct me if I'm wrong. But I think they just won't. It's an easy solution, but I think it's a more difficult solution because the feds are going to want to basically dot every I, cross every T with that. So.
Yeah. Just very interesting. It opens up, like I said, we're all not educated fully to speak on it, but it's an interesting talking point. That's all.
Altadis had a huge year, in my opinion, in terms of releases.
Of course,
they did.
I can't speak for the earnings because no one gives earnings, but they did. They had some bangers this year that they came out with. So
bangers.
And
the aging room release, the Concerto,
the Romeo Julieta.
Yeah.
The La Boheme.
The La Boheme.
I know it's Raphael's brand, but Aging Room and Altadis are very much an incestuous marriage. Is the best way to put it at this point.
Yeah, so, that Monte Cristo 90. I mean, I think commercially was successful.
It was. It definitely was. The Tommy Bahama came out this year.
Yeah.
They came out with a St. Louis Ray at Tabacalera de Garcia, which was really good this year. They had, like I said, they had a solid year. So I mean, it's unfortunate, but I mean, at least the people I deal with on stateside, it's been business as usual. Like we're still running our Altadis contest. We just ran one, and we're picking a winner. I think tomorrow I'm picking the winner actually for it. So we're still running those, and those are continuing. So it's, sales are still happening to retailers and things like that. So, Yeah, so business as usual it could affect what's happening at PCA this year. I imagine you'll see more Nicaraguan stuff this year. This would be my guess, but yeah, I mean it's they'll get through this. I have the other thing I have confidence in a lot of the leadership I've met there. They'll do fine.
Yeah.
They'll do fine. Yeah. So, and like I said, this is like we all know Raphael. We all look at Raphael. There's people much higher than Raphael in the company, though. And I've met some of them, and yeah, they'll get. There's good people there. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
One of the things you mentioned giveaways, and we have a giveaway that I know what we're gonna do tonight, and not to kind of just pivot away from that, but I mean, I think
no, I gotta do it. Yeah,
I think.
Well,
I know, but I think there's only so much we can really discuss on that topic.
There's only so much we can do. We're not. Yeah, like I said, this is not our expertise.
I agree. And as things happen, we'll talk about it when there's more updates and any changes that get made, and we'll get into that. But I will say excuse me. As much as I don't usually promote, other media sites as much as most of these guys I know personally, and I love them all. I will say, you if you haven't, go read Charlie's article on that.
Yeah, we have to give him credit on that.
He did a really good job on that, and that took him probably a lot of time.
Listen, one reason why I didn't tackle it, I don't have that kind of time.
Neither do I.
Yeah, and I don't have the expertise. And Charlie, to his credit, did a lot of homework on that. Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely. He we're doing our year-end article, and he's linked to it. In fact, I did my story of the week last week. First time ever I gave it to another site. It was how can you not give it to Half Wheel and Charlie on that one? So they did a really good job. I don't think anyone has said, and I know Half Wheel's got their detractors. I don't think anyone knocked that article. Made fun of the length a little, but it needed to be explained. So.
Yeah, you can't really shit on him for the length. It's very complicated. He needed to make sure he drew that out, because the other problem too is if he didn't explain it as deep as he did, then you get the people going out there who are like, oh, and they bitch about it the other way, like, well, this doesn't make sense. Blah 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 blah. He made sure that you could read that article and walk away and be like, oh no, Charlie didn't leave any stone unturned. You can't knock him. He did he gave it everything he had. So. Yeah.
What's funny is when the story started hitting, my phone starts blowing up, and I'm like, I hadn't read it. Like, why haven't you read it? Well, I was actually sick. I was actually sick. For a couple of days. So I'm like, I don't feel great right now. I don't really have energy to read. So
yeah.
So that was kind of the reason. But then I did read it, and
at first when I saw it, I didn't realize how in depth it was. So when I saw the link of it pop up, I'm like, I already know about all that. And then someone asked me about it, and then I was like, all right, I have to open this. And then I was like going through it, and I was like, oh, okay, this is more than I thought it was.
Here's where at least I'll say, at least people did look at the Coop site this time to see I didn't have the story, right? That's a famous thing I get is like, I'll have something, and like, just let me to Half Wheel. Did you look at the Coop site? Well, at least this time I got a couple of messages saying, well, I know you didn't have this. No, I didn't have this. So.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, it was definitely people did look at the Coop site this time.
Well, what?
Nothing. I'm just awaiting eagerly for our trivia segment tonight.
Do you have a topic set up?
I have a good topic tonight.
What is it?
Do you want to do our segue into the?
Yeah.
We can do it.
Game.
We can do it. Our trivia segment, we normally do on the other show, but we did do another show this week because of Christmas. We were gonna maybe do something early in the week, but we just had too much going on. So we're gonna do it all here tonight. But our trivia segment is once again brought to you by Perdomo Cigars, featuring our 2024. This might be the last time I say that. No, we have a couple more shows before the list comes out. But one of the last few times. But our trivia segment once again. Brought to you by Perdomo Cigars, featuring our 2024 Cigar of the Year, the Perdomo's 30th Anniversary Sun-Grown Epicure. Perdomo Cigars stand for quality, tradition, and excellence. And as much as our trivia segment is sponsored by Perdomo Cigars, our giveaway is also sponsored by way of Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust, courtesy of Steve Saka, who helped put this together. Our monthly giveaway for Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust products. I'm kind of putting it all together tonight.
Yeah, so we're doing a merge, and I think a lot of our viewers liked this, the last Spare Notes that we did this giveaway, where we kind of merged and had a trivia contest in the audience. And if John Carney is listening, I really wish we did this for his trivia segment when he was on the show the other week.
Alrighty.
So our giveaway tonight, for those of you watching, it comes with a box of Dunbarton, and also this lovely Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust mug. But the box of cigars that we are giving away is going to be the Red Meat Lovers, and it's the ribeye. Ribeye. It is the 6x52 Prensado. Saying that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Prensado. So we're giving away this whole box of cigars. And so tonight's trivia is going to be meat steak themed trivia questions.
Oh,
which is
boy. Oh, boy. John Carney, if you're still out there, get your
John,
keyboard
how
ready.
did I not?
He's not eligible.
Yeah, but how did I not think of this for his trivia segment on the show last week?
He may not be eligible, but you damn well know he is going to comment. Yeah.
So we're doing a steak-themed trivia.
In fact, I hope he does. If he doesn't, I'll be disappointed.
Good idea, Nicole.
Who's that supposed to be?
Is that your impersonation of John Carney, Coop?
I would have gave him a Fratanga box, but
Oh, he's doing Steve. That's a great idea. I probably should have given you Fratanga because, technically that's the newest release. But, the ribeye was still a solid cigar. I think it's still going to get a lot of excitement. But, what do I know?
They went with Fratangas, but what are they complaining about? They're getting a free box of cigars.
The one thing I've learned is no one's ever satisfied. You know what I mean? Like, you could give something away for free, and people will still find a reason to bitch about it because that's just how people are. You give something away, and people are still not satisfied. Sometimes I wonder why I'm even in this business. It fucking sucks.
I'm gonna leave soccer.
I feel like Steve's not gonna renew our giveaway next year, I think, but that's okay. All right, so
you do Jose pretty good, but I still think I got you beat on that one. Coop, I gotta be honest with you. Let me tell you something, Coop. The things that are going on right now in Europe, it's not like the U.S. I tell you, things are really bad over there right now. I gotta be honest with you. I don't see it getting any better anytime soon. It's a real shit show over there. I've been traveling, I don't know, 30 times a month. I'm constantly on the road. I'm over there. I was in Stockholm yesterday. I'm going to Spain, and I was over in, Macedonia. There's always so much going on. Yeah. There you go. I did a little Jose for you.
There you go.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for
That's about how his conversations go. He's like, well, I gotta be honest with you. Oh boy. But anyway, all right. So what do you got this week, Nicole?
And of course, I'm looking at the first question, and I'm probably going to butcher the pronunciation. But just as a quick recap, it is a multiple choice trivia segment, and at the end, the commenter who has the most correct answers will win. And I'm just trying to think. If there's a tie, we'll figure that out later. That's my segment. But thanks. Okay. But we'll figure that part out later. Okay. So first question: which cut of steak is traditionally used for steak poivre? Am I saying that right? I'm probably pronouncing it wrong here. I want to have you look. My husband can do better with me. I'm so bad at pronunciation.
Pauvre, I believe.
Okay. Well, if someone feel free to correct me. But answer A is ribeye, B is filet mignon, C is skirt steak, and D is flat iron.
I know this one.
You do know this one? I think I know this one.
Wait, what would B again?
Audience. A is ribeye, B is filet mignon, C is skirt steak, and D is flat iron. And the question, just to reread it again for our audience, which cut of steak is traditionally used for steak au poivre?
Au
Gonna go with
poivre.
that. All right, so we have some answers coming in. We have D, which would be flat iron. We have B from Joseph Seymour, which is filet mignon. We have Jay Davis with B. We have a lot of B's in here. B, 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 B. B. All right. We'll give everyone another minute. You can just laugh.
Where's
at
John
my
Carney?
pronunciation. I know. Where's John Carney? It's like he tuned in for like.
He tuned in to say something and then he moved on. It's like, oh, come on, John.
He's gonna be so disappointed when he finds out that this was.
I
the
should text him
trivia.
and be like, did you know we're doing a steak themed
Please.
trivia right now?
Please send. Just be like, did you tune out? Call
Did
him
you
out.
know we're in the middle of doing a trivia that's steak themed tonight and you're nowhere to be found? Like right now?
All right. And wait, remind me, are we doing the answers after each question, or are we going to do them all at the end?
No, we'll do each one so that way we can,
We'll do each one.
we can
Okay.
keep track.
Last call.
Last call.
Anyone else? We got JJ.
Everyone's Googling it at this point.
I
That's the
know.
problem. Well,
No Googles.
it goes to the first person to answer correctly. So
Yeah, I guess we can go by timestamp too.
it comes down to
Oh,
David
yeah.
and Joseph Seymour. So, I mean,
Okay.
anyone else after that.
All right.
All right. What is it?
All right. Answer B, filet mignon.
Yeah, I knew that.
I feel like this is where we need the like the sound, the applause. Yes.
So I saw Joseph. I saw Joseph as the first.
Yeah,
Yes.
Joseph Seymour
he
got
was
it.
the first with B.
Yep. Yep.
John Carney just read my text message. Here we go. If he's not watching, he's going to be like, are you serious? I'm back. Yeah, I saw that coming. He's like, oh, I'm not going to miss this. We're going to go like 6 questions deep now because, like, you know.
All right. Question number 2.
Joseph Seymour in the lead
All right.
right now.
Question number 2. What muscle does a ribeye steak primarily come from? A, the psoas major. B, the longissimus dorsi. C, the trapezius. And D, the gluteus medius.
I noticed one too.
Come on, John
So
Carney.
again, I'm going to read this again. What muscle does a ribeye steak primarily come from? B, the psoas major. B, the longissimus. Again, I'm probably butchering that one. Dorsi. C, the trapezius. And D, the gluteus medius. Of all nights to be a vegan. Like Kevin's comment. Ooh, John said, are you the psoas major? I'm going to assume is what he is answering.
Now he says the Dorsey.
Oh.
B. That's what he said. All right, so John Carney's not eligible, but I want him to play along because it's fun.
John, just so you know, this is for a box of the Red Meat Lovers ribeye. Too. We're giving away a box, but you can play for fun, for funsies. Okay, so we have B, C, D, C. Okay, so the answers on this one are all across the board. I'll give final warning. John, damn it.
Damn it. It wouldn't be fair.
Yeah, it wouldn't be fair.
Someone will
Hey,
complain. Hey, being technically part of the show, I can't win.
How about we send you a couple of ribeye cigars? we can send you a couple for a consolation.
I'll still send you
Yeah.
some ribeye. I have
Yeah.
more.
Yeah, we do have some more. So
I see an answer out there though. That's right.
it should be whom can answer it without a letter. All right. So the answer though was B. It was the one that I can't pronounce. So
Longissimus dorsi.
the longissimus dorsi. Thank you for the correction, Coop. I do enjoy being corrected because I want to know. I want to know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. You were. Yeah, you were fine.
So the first one I think to get that was Matt Michaels.
That's who I saw.
Yes, Matt Michaels gets a point. So it's now a tie between Joseph Seymour and Matt Michaels.
Yep.
All right, each with a point.
All right, so which steak cut is known as the butcher's cut because it was historically kept by butchers for themselves? A, flank steak, B, skirt steak, C, hanger steak, D, chuck eye. The reason I say that is my husband always laughs at me when I say hanger.
I
He
know
makes
this
fun
one
of me.
too.
Coop, you know your steaks.
Coop likes to no. Coop likes to eat.
I'm gonna read.
Have you seen the food reviews?
that is true.
Well, we do actually, on the Thursday show, we do a Florida sun-grown beef segment. So some of these have come across, yeah.
See,
Okay.
I'm telling you, Coop knows.
Okay, so I'm going to repeat the question, though, for the second time. Which steak cut is known as the butcher's cut because it was historically kept by butchers for themselves? A, flank steak, B, skirt steak, C, hanger steak, and D, chuck eye. All right.
I guarantee the Google answers have come in now.
Yeah.
That's why it's got to go to who gets it first.
Yeah. No, that's a good point. All right. All right, so answer C, hanger steak.
And I think the first one to get it,
Was technically Carney, but he doesn't count. So Matt
Michaels with 2 points.
Ooh, Matt.
That's
so Matt's in the
right.
league.
That is in the lead.
That's not the sound effect I wanted, but I guess
It does work.
It does work.
It does work.
All right, so Matt Michaels with 2 points.
Okay,
All right, what's next?
let's see here. Which compound formed during searing gives steak its characteristic crust and flavor? A, collagen, B, creatine, C, melanodins, D, myoglobin. I probably butchered the Coop, chime in. Do you know the
Melanoidins.
melanoidins? So I'm going to read that again. Which compound formed during searing gives steak its characteristic crust and flavor? A, collagen, B, creatine, D, you just told me, melanoidins. Did I do that right? Okay.
Melanoidins.
Melanoidins. Okay. D, myoglobin.
Matter of fact. Okay.
We have a lot of engaged people tonight. I love it. People,
Well,
I don't know if it's just that we have a lot of people enthusiastic about meat around here.
Coop, do you know the answer on this one?
well, from what I understand, this is the compound. I do know the answer to this one.
It says which compound is formed.
The compound, you have it right. The compound's listed here.
Yep.
There's a process in which this compound is formed, and I think people are mixing the process up with the compound.
Yeah, it's the compound, not the process.
Right. So I see. I can say what the process is, right?
Yeah.
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 Because that's
Maillard
not the
reaction
answer.
Is the process.
The what is it?
The Maillard reaction is the process. But Nicole specifically asked for the compound that was formed during that process, the Maillard reaction.
Interesting.
So the question is correct.
We do have a dispute in the comments, though.
I'm a meat guy.
I say it, but the Maillard reaction is the process. And
So
during
Matt
that process,
Matt Michael said you didn't say the name of the answer, which is magma. The crust is primarily composed of silicate-type mannitol.
No, Nicole had the question right. I'm going to say Nicole had the question
Ooh.
right.
Okay. But now I'm confused because the answer I think is all right. How do we deal with this? Sometimes my trivia questions are wrong.
No, they're not wrong.
So
not
what?
wrong.
So Coop, what is the answer?
Melanoidins.
Yes.
They're formed as a
Yeah.
result of the Maillard reaction. The question was 100% right. If no one got it, no one got it.
No, that was the answer I had.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. You had the question right. I'd tell you if it was
Do
wrong.
we? All right. Well, that was C. So who had C first?
Joseph Seymour had C first.
Okay.
Okay.
We have it. So it's 2-2. Joseph Seymour and Matt Michaels, each with 2 points.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm refilling lighters over here
All
as
right.
I do this.
If you know, and it's funny. I have to go back to my my what's the word? My chemistry. You know.
Your chemistry days?
Yeah, my chemistry days.
Back
yeah.
at PS 104 or whatever?
Curtis High School.
Oh, Curtis. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I'm just skimming my questions here because we're not going to ask all of them.
Class of 88, 89?
85.
85. Damn. Wait, really?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I won. I was a big chemistry guy in high school. I won actually some pretty big awards for chemistry. So yeah, my organic chemistry. That's why I felt that. I mean, I kind of knew that because of my organic chemistry.
All right, so which steak cut is typically not ideal for grilling without marinating? A, ribeye, B, New York strip, C, top sirloin, D, round steak.
This one I don't know.
Well, I feel like it's one of the last two.
I'm going to
What were the
ask
choices
again.
again? What were the choices again?
Well, let me read everything again. Which
Okay.
steak cut is typically not ideal for grilling without marinating? A, ribeye, B, New York strip, C, top sirloin, and D, round steak. It's not a trick question, though. Jonathan Carney. Both top sirloin and round. They
There's
both
one-
suck.
See, there's one that's probably better that stands above the others, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. Jonathan. Or John. Round sucks the most. I'll give everyone a couple more seconds here.
It's not round.
Well, I think we all know this was kind of easy.
See, I think it could be one of two answers here. That's why,
Yeah.
but I'm not sure.
It's one of two. I feel like
But
that's
there's
what
one.
makes it
There's
easy.
one that's probably the better answer, I would guess.
Yeah.
But I just don't know which one's the better answer.
Okay, so we'll give a couple more seconds here. All right. You think we're good? Yeah.
Yeah, go
Okay.
for it.
Answer D, round steak. So John Carney was correct. Round sucks the most. Probably needs the most.
Oh, okay. See, I
The
read
most marinating.
I was wondering. Okay, I had the question wrong in my head because ribeye is the one where you probably don't need it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the one that is not ideal for grilling without marinating.
Okay.
That was
okay,
how the
yeah.
question was worded.
I was thinking the other way. Yeah. Okay.
With 3 points and now in the lead, Joseph Seymour. All right, it's 3-2.
Okay.
There's only two horses in this race right now. It's Joseph Seymour and Matt Michaels. No one else has been able to stump them right now. These two guys are in full control of this race right now. It's going to come down to one of these two guys.
Okay, we'll do this one. What does dry aged steak primarily gain from the aging process? A, increased moisture. B, enhanced tenderness and concentrated flavor. C, higher fat content. And D, shorter cooking time.
We need to get the we probably can't use the Jeopardy jingle, but
See, this is another one of these organic chemistry ones, I think. But it's not organic.
I'm going to read
again.
I'm going to
Yeah,
read
read
the
the-
question again. What
Yeah.
does dry aged steak primarily gain from the aging process? A, increased moisture. B, enhanced tenderness and concentrated flavor. C, higher fat content. And D, shorter cooking time.
Okay, I think I know this one. I think I know it. Let's see.
I'm going to give everyone a couple more seconds.
I think we have a. Matt's got two different answers, I believe.
Well, one doesn't count because we're going with A, B, C, D.
Well, okay,
But-
yeah, that's. But A wasn't enhanced flavor and tenderness, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, it was. Okay, I thought it was B.
No. It was B. It was B.
It
That's
was
why I
B.
said yeah.
Yeah.
He
there's
did
a
say,
one.
sorry, I wrote the
Yeah.
wrong thing. Okay.
And
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Give him the right answer. Yeah.
I'll give him the
Right.
B. I'll give him the B.
And
Yeah.
that is the correct
Yeah.
answer.
That's yeah.
So who had it first, other than John Carney? Jay Davis with a B. Jay Davis with B.
All
Jay
right.
Davis has a point. How many? So that would have been, that's 6 questions.
Yeah. How many do you want to?
I said 6.
You want to do 6? Okay.
I said 6.
So who's in the lead?
That means Joseph Seymour has 3. Matt Michaels with 2. Jay Davis with 1. Joseph Seymour, you are the winner of this DTT giveaway in a box of ribeyes.
Not ribeye cigars.
Ribeye cigars.
We're not
Ribeye
sending you a
cigars.
box. Of
You're not getting any meat. Sorry.
I know.
What Coop? What happened?
How is Jay eligible?
I guess he's
I love
really
Jay.
not.
Oh, you know what? That's a good point. Well, all right. Well, to be fair,
Okay, we'll take Jay out of it. Then it's
it goes
David.
to David with 1
And-
point, but it
Okay,
still
okay.
it still would be
I love Jay,
Joseph
but yeah.
Seymour.
So
Good point.
Right.
But at least it was the buffer there. David gets would okay.
Okay. I'm not
Well-
trying to pick on Jay.
No, I'm not trying to pick on Jay, but I did. No, good point.
go down to the new comments first. What a night to be watching.
I know. What a night to have to come back.
I know.
He's like, oh, okay, I'm coming back.
You know what though? It was a toss up between state questions, and then I thought about Sasquatch questions.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know how far
Yeah.
you could go with that one.
See, Sasquatch was a big thing with me growing up in the 70s.
Yeah.
That was a huge thing, the Sasquatch.
Yeah, I was going
That
to do
was huge.
Sasquatch lore questions, so it was kind of a toss up. Maybe I'll save that though, because for those of you who are listening right now, we actually have another giveaway for next week. I think we're going to do it on the Smoke and Tobacco show, on our regular weekly show. That are we going to do Tuesday or Friday?
To be determined.
To be determined. But if you tune in, and that's only because we normally do our Wednesday shows on Wednesdays, but with it being New Year's Eve, we'll probably do it on a different day, just because we all have plans. Did you put away that other box?
I did, but it's a
Oh.
Moestra de Sac. I don't remember which
Yeah.
one though.
Okay, so we have a box of Moestra de Saca that we're giving away next week too, with another mug.
And
Okay.
with another mug.
With
So
another mug.
there is another chance to win
Yes.
next week.
And maybe I'll go Sasquatch questions, but maybe not.
Maybe we'll do Cigar Coop trivia. On this day in history,
Yeah.
when did Cigar Coop first write about?
Joseph, you can DM us your address. There's crazies on here. Don't just put it in the comments.
Yeah, don't let people know where you live. That's funny. Joe, send me a Facebook
Yeah.
message. Don't.
Yeah.
And give me your email and your phone number as well for
Yeah.
all of
Do
that.
you see what's going on here? My,
No, what
What's going
happened?
on with your cigar?
no, it's not the cigar. The tissue paper from the asylum caught on fire.
Wait, are you okay? Do you need
Oh, is that what all that smoke is?
It's
you-
in
Oh
the
shit!
ashtray. It's in the ashtray.
Oh
It's
my
in the
God.
ashtray.
do you need to get a fire extinguisher?
Somebody call 911.
It's a deep old ashtray. It's fine. It will be fine.
Is
yeah.
it not going to set your fire alarm?
It will not set the fire alarm. No, there's no.
What kind of
Okay.
question is that? He smokes out
I
there.
know, but look at that like billowing. I don't know.
Jesus Christ. He's gonna open the garage door for that one.
Yeah, he's going to have to.
I love how he moves the ashtray like more in front of him, so now it's just blocking his face.
Lisa's going to be like, what is this smell? This is not the
Lisa's
normal
gonna be
burning
like,
smell.
first you smoke that monster, then you burn paper out there. Like what? Like
you spent 7 hours smoking that thing.
that's awesome. I lit a fire in my car once when I was a rep in New England. Did you really? I don't know that story. Oh man, we gotta hear that. We gotta hear that story now. I gotta hear that. I mean, it's John Carney. I'm sorry. I have to say, I'm not completely shocked. But having said, no, that's not because I think that he's dumb or anything like that. It's just John always is involved in interesting stories or whatever. But I need to know. I need to know more. Like I need to know what were the circumstances surrounding that. I need to know. I need to
like
know.
There probably wasn't that many. It was just a oh shit, what just happened?
John's like Rabbit Pitts. For those who know who Rabbit Pitts is, you know, he's always got all these stories to tell. Like John could do that whole thing of like telling the stories just like one after another. Like John, you could sit John down as like a talking head and just be like, you know, let him tell. He could tell you. You could get days of footage of him just telling different stories. I'm telling you right now. And you know what? I might do that. I might do that next time I get him up here. Be like, just sit him down with the camera alone, and I'm on the backside, and I'm like, tell me this story. And he just fucking does his thing. And I'll cut it up, and I'll edit it. It'll look good. And we'll just slow roll, like the Carney sessions. And it'll be just him telling a story one after another. And be like, when I was 27, and I first got into the cigar business, there was this one time. And just let him roll. I think I'm going to do that. I'm gonna do the Carney sessions. And it's going to be interesting stories from John's life. And these ideas come to me, and I'm like, I gotta put it down. I could make Coop's show 6 hours instead of 4.
I don't know why. That's the bear reputation. I get that one all the time.
That's the bear reputation. I mean, you're not innocent completely.
Well, when bear is on, it goes 4 hours.
You know what? Sometimes when people come on my show, like we do like the pre-show setup or whatever, and they're like, "How long?" I go, and like, "Oh, yeah, it's not like Coop show, and it's like 4 hours." I go, "Yeah." People say that to me, and I'm like, "Okay." Yeah.
I don't know why they. Well, it's kind of funny, but yeah. I mean, I always tell the story. There was Bear starts his show 10:30 at night on Sundays, and I was watching a show, and I had to go to sleep because I had to go pick up a moving truck rental at like 3:30 in the morning with my son. And it was one of those 24-hour places where you can get it. And I get in the car, and they're still talking at 3:30.
Oh my god!
On their show.
Wow, who was on that show with him?
Trip. And
it was just the two of them.
They were doing pairings like into the night. These guys.
Oh.
Wow. They did like 3 cigars and 3 pairings. Like you can't do 3 cigars and 3 pairings. That's like. Think about how long that is. 3 cigars.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That is a lot.
Jesus. That's, you know, you got to, as much as, you know, you can knock, you got to give them, like, that's dedication.
No,
I mean,
and it was good content. It was just funny. I was like, wow, you guys are still going.
John said, Bear's start time is brutal, but it is great.
I used to listen to Bear's show a lot more, but since I had anesthesia, I'm asleep so much earlier because I have to wake up so much earlier.
Well,
so unfortunately,
I've actually started going to sleep earlier, so a lot of weeks I do miss it now.
I used to be a top fan on his page.
Yeah. I usually catch his replay during the week now. But yeah, so he's off this week. He's taking the week off for Christmas, so I know that.
Of course.
I saw his family photo. He looked fantastic.
Oh, what a beautiful family! I had a chance to meet his family in person this year because they came to North Carolina, and a beautiful family.
Yeah.
Beautiful family. Yeah.
Matt showing some love. This show is awesome. Great Saturday night. I forgot about my steamed broccoli and started smoking from the stovetop. Well, it sounds like, Coop, you weren't the only one steaming up a storm over there.
It's okay. It finally burnt out here. Wow, it was like that was funny because there's a big piece of tissue paper. I have another piece. Look, this is what was
the
burning.
whole thing burned.
This is the other. I have two. Like this.
Oh, so that's what caught on fire?
That's what caught on fire. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus! No wonder why.
I put the cigar in the ashtray and one of the embers hit it. Yeah.
David asked, "Are you guys off till after the New Year's?" Yes. When is the we usually we try to go every 2 weeks. It just depends on
Spare Notes. Spare Notes is bi-weekly on Saturday night.
Yeah, and there's not gonna be much happening between now and next week anyway.
Yeah.
I think the lists are starting to roll out, and I haven't really been paying attention to many of the lists this year.
John Carney called it. CA gave it to Padron. I'll give it. He texted me. He goes, dude, it's Padron, hands down.
So Bear had it and changed his pick to LaFleur.
Really?
Interesting.
And I would not have made that change. I mean, I love nothing against LaFleur, but I was like, he swapped it the last minute when we had a prediction. He would have had the number one.
Yeah, Carney called it. He goes, it's got to be Padron. He goes, who hasn't been mentioned so far? That's always in the list, Padron.
Well, we do. We break it down, and you can look at it's all data driven, and you can look at the data, and Padron never misses. There were two big misses on the list this year, though. You know what they were, right?
No, sorry, I didn't really pay attention to their list very much, if I'm being honest.
I did, because we did a show on it, right? So I did. That was the one I did pay attention. So my father missed it, even though but the factory got a couple of cigars on there with Pete and Ashton, right? So they didn't really totally miss it, but the brand missed it. But the factory and the brand that completely missed the list this year was Casa Carrillo.
Oh yeah.
That was a big miss. That's a big list for them. They put a lot into that. So that was a surprise. That was a surprise. Yeah, that's the one. That's the only one I really paid attention this year because we do the prediction show, Bear and I. So that's the only reason why I paid attention to it this year. But I haven't been paying attention to any other lists this year. So I don't even know if you guys didn't publish your list yet, right?
Not yet.
No.
Not till January.
Yeah. So yeah, I have it. Yeah.
David said, I'm at your regular jobs. No, we'll be back to work on Monday for a couple of days, and then
I'm working tomorrow.
I'm working Monday and Wednesday next week. Yeah.
I'm working Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I'm off again until the following Monday. So.
I'm working tomorrow. So.
Yep.
But that's okay. It's fine. I'm just tired. I wish I had more time off. I'll have New Year's Eve off and New Year's Day.
The recap show, the top 25. Ours will be sometime in January, first half of January. Coop, when's your recap show for top 25?
When Aaron gets his list done, so it's gonna be the end of January.
Okay.
Is when we do that recap. Yeah, the developing palates list always is late because they have one guy in Canada, John, and stuff has to get to him, and that's usually what delays that. So yeah.
And we probably won't do any of our coverage until after that as well. So probably end of January is when
we can talk about some stuff. Yeah, we'll probably do that then. I'll have like a lot of my year-end awards out and everything by then too. So, which we just started the process on last week. So.
Yep.
And then
I didn't change any awards this year. Same awards yet.
Yep. It's crazy though, because like end of year creeps up, and then it's like it's just over 100 days. I think like 111 days to PCA.
Yeah, we do.
It's
breaking news. We have the same compound for 2026 as last year.
Oh, so, very, very nice.
Nice.
I just booked it. I just booked the compound. Yes, so we got the same one.
Yep.
We're planning on spending a lot more time at the compound this year. So, at least I am.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Yeah, I've been ordered no more late nights because I was really burnt out coming back last year. So.
Yeah.
So yeah. Well, and no more late nights also means if people come over, I'm going to sleep early. So.
So Coop has a curfew.
Yeah.
Enacted by Mrs. Cooper.
Well, because I'm changing a lot with the coverage, so it's not going to be coverage that's going to burn me out this year. So I've put the model in place, and I think we have a model that's going to work now. So, but we'll have really good coverage. I'm not worried about the quality of coverage.
Yeah.
We're changing some stuff this year. So.
Yeah, us too. We're look, full transparency. We're not covering every booth. We just can't. It's too much. There's a certain level of priority that has to come in, and it's all web traffic based. It's not even like who's my favorite. It's what the viewers want. And
I will, yeah, and that has a lot to do. But I will say this: one thing that won't be a deal breaker for booth visits is if you don't have new product, we'll still come. That's something because again, I think when I start rolling out the things we're going to do with that, I think it will become clear why we're doing that. Yeah. So it used to be we go to the booths first that have new product, but I'm moving a lot of that type of coverage pre-show now, as much as
Yep.
possible. So yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, I think it'll be work better pre-show.
I think so.
I don't have to rehash it. Yeah.
Well,
it's
guys, I
more
think-
about, more about like what people are interested in. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I agree. There's going to be some changes made to our coverage as well, and it'll make more sense, I think, for all of us involved.
Yeah.
But we'll get into that when it's PCA season time.
Yeah.
But I think that's going to be our show this week, guys. So thank you very much for being here. We appreciate you, and don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us everywhere you can get your podcasts and on our YouTube channel. And don't forget to go to SmokingTobacco.com for more news, reviews, and updates from the cigar industry. We'll see you next week with the Smoking Tobacco Show, 2 weeks from tonight for the Spare Note series. And we wish you a happy and healthy new year.